Crickbuzz Combox with under 100 runs to get for New Zealand to complete a clean sweep in this series. But how things have changed with the fall of a few wickets. Just a few minutes ago, we were almost telling ourselves, oh, early finish. But it just means a few wickets, persistence.
You thought early finish?
Well, a few people did say early finish around. It doesn't just be.
No. I think for India to get back in the game, the thing which was required the most was wickets. You know, when any team gets off to a flyer like that and that kind of a partnership which we saw at the beginning, which New Zealand batsmen have been doing consistently well, I think the only way to come back in the game is by picking wickets. I felt both the spinners bowled really well for India to stay in the game. Now I think the game is evened out. You know, they got a really good chance of winning the game from here because the pressure is on the New Zealand batsmen now. So they'll have to do, again, rebuild a partnership, Neesham and Latham at this stage here. And here's the opportunity for Indian bowlers to keep pushing that required rate higher and higher and get to that position where because of the required rate pressure also, 1 or 2 wickets fall and they're right back into the game.
So 4 overs left between the Indian spinners, and that's going to be key because it was that first breakthrough by Yuzvendra Chahal, that beauty he produced to Martin Guptill that really started things off, and then Jadeja also came in, chipped in with a wicket, as did Shardul Thakur. But I think Chahal's spell, his 2 overs and Jadeja's 2 overs will be critical at this stage because obviously they're not going to leave them too late.
Chahal really initiated that, that ball which he bowled to Guptill, the pitch of a delivery, and to get a set batsman out like that, you needed to have that piece of magic from someone in the team, and Chahal provided that spark, and I think from there it all started. They could really start building some sort of a pressure. Henry Nicholls again, has played a good hand right throughout the series. I think that for New Zealand, I think one thing which was going was that initial partnerships which they've been setting that platform so nice for their batting innings. I think that has been the hallmark. Ross Taylor, like you said in the earlier show as well, that law of averages may catch up with him, which it did, which was great. I think the man in form gone, Kane Williamson gone. Suddenly Indian bowlers are back into the game, and right now they have a real good chance of winning this match for sure.
What it does mean is that they possibly won't have any run-outs with Ross Taylor gone, so the rest of the New Zealand batsmen can be rest assured. But one factor going for the home team is the fact that they bat really deep. We saw Kyle Jamieson come in there and show that he can not just hang around, but he can hit the ball. Even before that, you've got Colin de Grandhomme, you've got Mitchell Santner, and of course Tim Southee, now depending on where they'll bat, depending on Jamieson's last innings.
It's just about pushing that required rate higher, isn't it? You have to create a scenario where batsmen are feeling that pressure and committing mistake. Bumrah, I feel, is going to play a crucial role here. With his deceptive slow ones in Yorker, he can really, those 4 overs, if he can really make those 4 overs count, I think then India can really make a match out of it. And it won't be easy for New Zealand batsmen to just have it easy. They would have had it easy if there was the partnership which they would have sustained, not lost these wickets. But I think now the game is evened out. So that we'll have to wait and see how Indian bowlers respond to it. There's no doubt that this New Zealand team bats deep. But once the pressure is on, then it's a completely different ball game.
But it's also a scenario. I know Bumrah is always your trump card. You go to him. He's the go-to person to try and provide that magic like Chahal did. But in a situation where you only have 5 bowlers, you also got the likes of Saini and Shardul who have to put their hands up and say, okay, we are still there. Maybe we went for a few against Guptill, but now it's a new part of the innings.
Look, the wicket has been good to bat on. And right now, it doesn't matter what happens in the first 25, 30 overs. It's about how you finish. And to finish, everyone have to step up now. They have seen the sign of a comeback. So it's just about, building that momentum and not really letting these 2 batsmen have it easy. So that's something which they have to do it as a bowling group. You just come together and focus on these things. It's just about stacking up those good overs together, build that pressure, and that pressure will bring 1 or 2 wickets. If not just by bowling, it can be a run out. Just by pressure building. So that's how we've seen in this format, and that's what Indian bowling unit needs to do.
No run-outs. Ross Taylor is not there. It's not going to happen. But yes, you saw the message clear from Zaheer Khan there. We often talk about finishing the game as a batting side. Yes, he's also talking about finishing the game as a bowling and fielding unit. That's the key for Team India.